ELI5 Why isn't the power center of the Catholic Church based in the Middle East? More or less for the same reason of my friend, that was born in Rome and now lives in London. More appealable, more wealth, more power, more opportunities. The Mediterranean Sea was the major commercial route at the time, and Rome lies straight up in the middle of it. Very good if you want to be friends with everyone from England to Egypt. Plus many other contributing factors. You can't rule out that ancient Romans were not very religions. It was probably easier to convert them than Jews, that notoriously have a very strong religious identity, plus there were many more of them. Because the Catholic Church was based in the Holy See in Rome. The other early Christian power centers were in Constantinople, Alexandria and Antioch, modern Turkey, Egypt and Syria. So as you can see, they were mainly in the Middle East, while Rome was the westernmost one. They split into different churches due to politics, isolation due to the empire splitting up, and disagreement on how to interpret the Christian sources and the nature of Christ in the Trinity. Technically, what you're calling the Catholic Church is the Roman Catholic Church, and Orthodox Catholic Church is, in fact, still unofficially based in the Middle East. Following the schism between the various churches, the Western Church coalesced around Rome and the Eastern Church around Constantinople until it fell. The Western Church tried for 2 centuries to reclaim Jerusalem and the Holy Land during several crusades, but were ultimately unsuccessful. Among other reasons, it could be also because this area almost always was unstable. Jerusalem has been handed over from one to another a number of times, and it's always been a place of contention. Today, it still is governed by a trilateral body, Jewish, Christian, Muslim, and they have hard time agreeing on almost anything, including such trivial things as to who is to change a light bulb that's gone bad. Christianity was an outsider religion against several major pantheons. It wasn't until Christianity became the state religion of Rome that you could say religion had any power. After it was spread through the empire, it remained when the Romans pulled out and left people to defend their own nations. Rome remained, but fell in power. However, the birthplace of Christian state power remained because the Christians lost the Crusades. A long time ago, the Catholics and Orthodox were part of the same Roman Church, and the Roman Empire held Jerusalem. Islam came along and Islamic powers took over Jerusalem. Then the Roman Church split into Orthodox and Catholic sometime after that. Then they tried to reconquer Jerusalem during the Crusades. Short story, didn't work. I see a lot of interesting suggestion theories in here. I'm going to go with, it's hot in the Middle East. Have you ever been over there? Miserable. Historically, it doesn't even get to 32°C at the hottest part of the year at the Vatican. If I was heading up the most powerful organization on the planet, I would want to HQ somewhere at least a little more comfortable. Not to disagree with all of this, but the Catholic perspective is also that the keys of the kingdom were given to Peter and his successors, and wherever Peter is, there is the church. Since Peter went to Rome, the disciples appealed to the seat of Rome as the seat of authority. St. Peter's Basilica is built over the tomb of St. Peter. For a while in the Dark Ages, the Pope and Cardinals were in southern France. They agreed with you and wanted to enable pilgrims to visit the holy sites. They tried to take back the Holy Land for several hundred years in the Crusades 1090–1290 AD. But we're never able to fully control that region in the history of Christianity. It's worth pointing out that early Christianity was initially centered on Jerusalem, but Judea was devastated by revolts against Rome. After the Bar Kokhba revolt, Hadrian rebuilt the ruined city as Aelia Capitolina and banned Jews, including Jewish Christians, from it for all but one day a year, Tisha B'Av. Isn't there also some reasoning based on the traditional title of Roman emperors as Pontifex Maximus? They held the position as head priest of the Roman religion, and when that religion shifted to Christianity, they kept the title and position. To this day the term Supreme Pontiff refers to the Pope. The Roman Catholic Church was the state religion of the Roman Empire, therefore its HQ was in the capital. The empire did have control of the Holy Land. Then it lost it. Then it tried to get it back. And it failed. Spectacularly. But at least the Italians got some sweet trade deals. Constantine moved the capital of the Roman Empire to Constantinople, which was in Turkey, the Middle East, West Asia. I like the term West Asia better than the Middle East because of Rome. The Emperor Constantine converted the empire to Christianity, and when Constantinople fell to the Ottomans, Rome became the center by default.